Yeah, I made it. Oh, barely made it into that chair. Random Andrew here. Today was a good day, I guess. Any day that you get Vape Mail is a good day. Vape Mail. Vape Mail. 2 packages in 1 day. That's twice the happiness. So what did I get today? I got my first paycheck from Wake and Vape for a couple articles that I've written and have been published. They're their articles now. They're on their site. Go check them out. One is the Round 2 EVIC review, the EVIC VT by Joytech, and the other one is the Kangertech Subtank Plus review. They're rather lengthy reviews, but that's because there's so much to say. And you got a lot to say. You get hammering on that keyboard. 20 pages later, you know, got lots to say. So what did I get today from Wake and Vape? Well, the paycheck. Not going to get into that because that's none of your business. I got an IPv3 Li with a bright green Troll RDA for on top. Already got a build in it. See? Now what I'm going to say I don't like about the Troll RDA already is it feels almost tinny when you're putting it back on. But I think that's just the material that they've used in the outermost layer. It's like a covering layer, then you got your solid layer. Well, that covering layer, you'll feel it when you push it down onto here. The little lip at the bottom, you almost think it's supposed to push down all the way, but it's supposed to stop at that lip. And then you'll start feeling what I'm talking about. The IPv3 Li I've been using at 90 watts. How good it is. How sweet it is. I like it. I like it a lot. I've been using this, well, for a size comparison, if you haven't had one yet, there it is against the SIG 150. Right? And maybe somebody can tell me, what is this? What is that? It looks like it's supposed to be a light panel across the back side. I guess if that's the front, this would be the back side. It looks like there should be LEDs or something in there. The manual says nothing about it. At first glance, it looks like it's just the IPv logo with a little peel sticker sheet with air bubbles under it. When you look closer, those aren't air bubbles. They're little stars. But it doesn't light up. What is it? Okay, so IPv3 Li. As well from Wake and Vape, I got this little gem. Do you know what this is? I know what this is. Do you know what this is? This is the Wake and Vape Double Barrel. Takes two 18650s. Pretty sure it's not regulated, so you got to make sure you're using appropriate batteries for what you have for coils inside your tanks. Now, this is pretty cool. There's going to be a rather nice review on this on Wake and Vape, so keep checking the blog section. In fact, just keep checking the site. They're constantly adding. Did you know they sell juice now? And they've added 2 more RDAs? I mean, they're still a fairly new company, yes, but look how quick they're growing. It's amazing. The whole time I've been with Wake and Vape, I've heard of one fault. One fault. And that was some guy that got sent a SIG 150 by accident instead of the TC SIG 150. And you know what? A couple hours later, since he opened the package and discovered this little fault, they've already gone ahead and resolved the issue. I mean, hours later. Not days later, not a month later, hours later. That's customer service and respect. They value their customers. They know how much each and every one of us love our vaping experience, and they don't want it to be soured by a bad shipment or, you know, one tiny little mistake. So what we got here with the double barrel, it's got a button on the front, that side, button on the back. That's pretty easy to remember. Button number 1 being the closest to you, and you read from left to right. Tank number 1. Whoever wired it up was smart enough to at least think of that. Button number 2 for this tank. I have my new juice in here that I'll tell you what it is in a minute. And I have my favorite, all-time favorite juice from summer camp, Max VG, and it is the Sunrise Valley. So, I start off with some Sunrise. Plenty of vapor, lots of flavor. The tags they sent me for on top are the Arctic tags by Horizon Tag. And that was tank number 1 with my new juice that I'm going to explain in a minute. You can also fire both at once. That's just like an insane amount of vapor. I love it. From tanks. And the tastes don't have to mix your juices in the RDA and the cotton anymore. You don't have to mix it in the tank anymore. You can go separate and choose which one as you please. It's not going to fire both addies at once. You don't have to remove one to make one fire. And I thought, there might have been a problem where if you're only firing one, it's going to draw blank airflow, which is straight air from the other airflow. But it seems that there's enough resistance built off airflow ways. I know resistance, I don't want to confuse you, but enough restriction, airflow ways, out of the tank that you're not firing, that you're still getting a good draw out of primary tank you're firing. So, all in all, this is unit number 35. Each unit is stamped. Really nice bamboo type wood that they got on here. Polished brass. They've mounted these things in with like a Mukegi style pin setup. Other than that though, I love it. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Here it is beside the SIG. Oh, I just cracked my elbow off the table. The corner. It hurts. So here is the double barrel against the SIG. You can see it comes up a little bit shorter. And they got about the same width. So good pocket size. It's a really good pocket size. Is weight is about the same as the SIG with its batteries in it and nothing on top. So the weight isn't even that bad considering it's got 2 tanks on top. So that was my Wake and Vape package today. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy. And mixed by the Juice Beast himself from Jar Juice Vapes, I have got me some unicorn juice here. Here, give it a smell. Yeah, smell-o-vision. Trust me, you're glad that one doesn't exist. It's very, very good stuff. I've already put some of my unicorn juice in a smaller unicorn bottle, so I'm good to go. I think I'm going to go vape out a park or something later on, just something to do. Oh, in case you're wondering, yes, these are just the cheap silicone tips. I don't have any tips yet. Like, I've got the tips that come with a couple of tanks and RDAs. I've got like maybe 3 actual, and I need probably 6 or 7. So if anybody wants to donate some tips to Random Andrew's way, I'll do a nice video for you. I'll do them up, and I'll make sure I let everybody know where they come from. Not just on the video, but I mean as I'm out and about. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find some tips because my vape shop doesn't stock drip tips. I don't know why. They never have my wire in. They have a few things in that I like. They always have my juice in. I have some other juices that I prefer, and they have them in there. But they won't get my favorite juice in. We need another vape shop around so we can get some options happening here. But yeah, that's a quick little video today. Vape mail is always a plus. Other than that, have yourselves a good afternoon. Happy vaping, keep vaping. There's no reason to smoke a cigarette. Have you tried vaping yet? If you haven't, you said, well, I like my cigarettes. That's because you haven't tried vaping yet. Get vaping.